Hi everyone, it's me, B at Ikale Sunflower. So I'm on today to do my February roundup. Didn't do much this month, because it was just kind of like a quiet month for me. So activities wise, was quite a disaster actually. Um, I was supposed to have gone to the cinema to watch a film with a friend of mine because her niece gets free tickets for the cinema that she works in. And we just couldn't get in because it was overbooked. So we got there and they double booked us, so we didn't actually see that film. And then I was also supposed to have gone to a talk because that same friend of mine, she works in conjunction with a lot of local authorities. She does county line crime, so she works with young offenders who are committing crime in the kind of leafy areas of the UK. And again, got to the venue place to support her, and it had been double booked. But yesterday, I managed to catch up with a friend of mine who's a doctor and also into tarot. They kind of both conflict, don't they? And we had a chat and a catch up and a meal, Italian meal, and we done some tarot. So that was the only good activity that went well this month. Instagram, I done two challenges. One was called WWPW. I think it was February Lenormand by Patricia Westbourne Witch, and that was like a 29-day challenge for the month of February. And every day we had to do a three card reading prompt. So I done that, and I also done one for Bojo Witchcraft, which was hashtag, I think it was Tarot for Growth February, and that was the same thing with a one card tarot pull. One good thing I like about the Instagram challenges is that it gives you the chance to use your decks, so I used one deck for 2 days. I changed the deck again for each of the challenges, so at least that way you can kind of get a feel, I can kind of get a feel whether I like the decks in my collection and whether I want to keep them. So that's one good thing I do like about the Instagram challenges. What else did I do? I didn't read any books this month. That was about it really. But I bought quite a few tarot decks and a couple of tarot books. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you my decks and books. Okay, so I'll flip the camera around. So let's talk about the first deck that I received this month. So I keep them in two separate bags. So this deck is a deck that was designed by Peekable Rose. She's a fellow tarot tuber. So I got this deck originally in January. As you can see here, I put a badge on there saying slightly bitter. Can you see that? Because this deck came damaged. I was so disappointed because I was looking forward to it. Don't know if it's clear on the cards, but can you see all the kind of damage on the cards? It come damaged, I was really upset about it. Each of the cards has got some kind of stain on there. So what happened is I emailed makeyouPlayingcards.com, and back and forth they offered to either give me a refund or to replace it, and I said I wanted it replaced. So it took them over a month to send me a replacement deck, and the deck came yesterday. So I'm just going to show you a few cards from this Oracle deck. They're called the Cup of Contemplation cards. I really like them, and they're by Julie Rose, but her YouTube channel is called Peekable Rose. So each of the cards gives you a question. Like, for example, how can I be more loving? Look at the backs of the cards. Aren't they just gorgeous? And these cards are really good to do, well, for me, I like to use this deck as a daily draw. So I put this deck, and then I shuffle a tarot card, and then I kind of devise my answer to the tarot card with this question. So what's the path to forgiveness? What if I remind myself that we're all mad here? They're just really good cards. If you want to flip through of this deck, do let me know, and in the comments bar, and I will do a full walkthrough. So I'm glad that I finally got this deck after a month of back and forth with makeyourplayingcards.com. So the next deck that I got for the month of February is this one here. It's called the Egyptian Lenormand deck, and it's written by Nifa Kapari, PhD. She's a Reiki teacher. This is a 40 card deck, so you get extra cards. And I haven't actually kind of played with this deck properly. I've done a couple of spreads on Instagram, but I haven't actually read the book properly. But it's a Schiffer publication. She does have additional cards, and there's a part of this deck where you can actually activate the cards. So she gives you two activation cards, and if I can find it in the book, but I haven't actually done it yet. I think it's where you do a bit of candle magic to activate your deck. So if I go to page 115, so it says here, about the activation of the cards. Yeah, the Lenormand system is a method of divination only. A typical Lenormand deck is not meant to be used for anything other than forecasting the future, giving advice, and for guidance. However, when I began receiving channeled messages from the gods in the form of these card images, I was also told that the Egyptian Lenormand would contain real energies that could later be unlocked by someone using the deck, provided they had the key. This chapter serves as the key. As you will have seen when you first looked through the cards, there were 2 extra cards for which the front and backs are identical. These cards are referred to as activation keys. And then she just tells you here how to kind of activate your key using the white candle. And how to channel the images of the cards. So she gives some explanations here. So I think these are the activation keys that she's talking about. This one and this one. So once I get the chance to do that, I will do that little spell for my cards. I'll just show you some of the cards in this deck. They're really colourful. Look at that. That's the anchor. Backs of the cards of the Eye of Horus. They're just gorgeous. A bit shiny. Yeah. You've got the letter. And it's got the playing card association there. The number, and obviously the title. So this one here is an alternative for the man. So this is the god. I think there's 2 alternatives for the man. So that's, number 28. And that's the Ace of Hearts, playing card association. It's just initialed. And then this is the second man, the Pharaoh. Then this is an extra card, 37, which is the cat, 10 of Hearts. You get the house. I think the sacred cow is the bear. I think that's the only one that's been changed, but I have to double check it in the book. This one here, the crook and flower, is the whip. You get the mouse. You get the rider. It's just a gorgeous deck, but I have to kind of like sit with it and work with it a bit, so that I can get used to the changes in the cards and stuff like that. Okay, so another deck that I got for the month of February is the MotherPeace tarot deck. This is the large one, the one that's been retouched. I haven't opened it yet, but I will do at some point. But I got these 2 lovely books also to complement the deck. So the first one here is the MotherPeace, A Way to the Gods Through the Arts and Tarot. But this is the first edition by Nikki Noble. I got this second hand. I think the second edition is a different colour. But I've been watching like a lot of Nina from Shuffle Tarot. So I thought I'd get this book to complement it. And the deck. And I also got the book Rituals and Practices with the MotherPeace Tarot to also work alongside my Mother Tarot deck. Another deck that I got for the month of February is this one. It's called the Tarot of the Hidden Realms. It's a Fae deck. And it's by Julia Jeffrey. I haven't actually opened this deck as yet, but I will open it at some point to work with it. The next one is called the Shadow Fox Tarot. I have done a walkthrough stroke flip through of this deck on my channel. It's a very minimalist deck. I'll just show you some of the cards. This is a bit of a Marmite deck, so I think you're either going to like it or not like it. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. It's kind of like a black and white, grey and white deck. I quite like it. I like the minimalistic element of it. It's 10 of Cups. 9 of Cups. I used it for a couple of days in my Instagram challenge for the month of February, for the last few days. That's the Magician. And the Ace of Wands. Oops, a bit shiny. And these are the backs of the cards. Aren't they just gorgeous? And the final deck that I got for the month of February is called this one. It's the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. Again, I used it a few times in the month for Instagram challenges or daily pulls. Comes with a gorgeous kind of like guidebook that outlines the meanings of the cards and stuff like that. I'll just show you some of the cards here. The backs of the cards, so it's got all the elements at the backs. They're just gorgeous. So you've got the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess. I'll just show you one more. The Empress. So this is my February roundup. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.